Hey, welcome back. In the previous lesson, I wrote the author.php file, which is a template for displaying all posts written by a certain author. But now we have some other similar templates that we gotta make for the date, category, and tag. First of all, for the date, I've added a calendar widget right here so we can see what I'm doing. So if we scroll back to, let's say, the 31st of May this year, you're going to see a single post, testing, the one that I wrote previously. And you can see in the address it says m equals 2014-05-31. But I can go backwards to 2013, for example, in January, let's say, right? And here you can see in the calendar I have a post written on the 5th, which is this markup, January 5th, 2013. So we need a page to handle this. So I'm gonna create a new page called archive.php. And actually I'm gonna copy the contents from author.php because it's very similar. So we're getting the header, the content stays the same. If we have posts, then there's no need to load the first post actually. We're going to have the header, we're going to have the h1, but inside the h1 things will be a bit different. So we're going to have a PHP tag and we're going to check which kind of archive it is. Is it daily, monthly, yearly, and so on? And depending on that, we're going to show a different message. So if is day, then we're going to do print f daily archives for %s alpha and then get the date. So this will be displayed as daily archives for the actual date. If it's not a day and it's a month, so else if is month, then we're going to do something similar, print f, and we're going to say monthly archives for get the date, but this time we're going to format the date. So we're going to use _x, which is another function for creating translatable strings. We're going to do fy, which stands for the format it's going to be displayed in, and then a small description, monthly archives, date formats, alpha. Okay, and finally else if is year. We're also going to have a printf, and we're going to say yearly archives for the date, and we're only going to format it with the y, which stands for the year. And here we're just going to say yearly archives date format. Else we're just going to do this, which is going to say archives. Okay, close the h1. We don't need these two bits. And then the rest is pretty much the same. We get the posts, we get the paging navigation, and if there is no content, we display the proper template. And then sidebar and footer. So let's go ahead and save this, refresh, and you can see the date is January 5th, 2013. So it says daily archives for that date. If we select something else like January 10, 2013, it says daily archives for that date, and it shows the posts written on that date. January 10th. And then if we go to March, for example, it says monthly archives for March 2012. So we have this, which is written on the 15th, and then this, which is also on the 15th, this, which is on the 14th, and so on. And then if we just select the year here, 2012, and it says yearly archives for 2012. So that's basically it for the date archives. Now, let's move on to the category archives. So we have a post, and we have a few categories here. When you click on a category, it will show you all the posts within that category. So right now it uses the default template. You can see archives here. So it uses the default template archive PHP, and it shows this bit. So let's go ahead and copy this, all of it, create a new file that's called category.php, paste it in, a bit of change there, and then if we have posts, we have the header with the class of page header, and then inside the h1, I'm simply going to do this, printf, and we're going to say category archives for %s alpha. And now we got to replace this %s with the category title. And for that, we're going to use the single cat from category title function, which receives the first parameter is the prefix or the text to output before the title. In my case, it's nothing. And the second parameter is called display. And it tells us if the page should be displayed or returned to use in PHP. So we're going to say false because we're already printing it. So no need to print it again. Close that. And then let's show a category description if there is any. So I'm going to do PHP show an optional category description. So I'm going to say if category description. So if one exists, we're going to echo it inside a paragraph. Okay, and that's the end of the header. Next we have the normal workflow. We do the loop, we get the posts, we display the paging navigation, and if there are no posts, we display the content none. So save that, refresh, and now you can see category archives for template. And you can go even further if you want, and you can add some quotes here like this. Yeah, and now the keyword is in quotes, but that's really up to you. Okay, and finally, I'm gonna copy the same content here, create a new file called tag.php, paste it in. I'm gonna change the name here, and then I'm gonna do printf tag archives for single tag title. It has the exact form as the single cat title, and then show an optional tag description, tag description here, and the rest is the same. So let's actually click on a tag, codex for example, and you can see tag archives for codex. And basically we are finished with the archive pages. We did for the date, for the category, for the tag, and for the author. Now, in the next lesson, I'll show you how to build the 404 page and the search page. So I'll see you there.